Hello, people. Welcome to Stop Crying Poser. I don't know what episode number this is, but we have Dipmaster, Justice Fontana, Negro, Sandoval, Dookie Crust, Austin, TRV, Cassidy, Joda, Mighty Morphin, and OG Mickey, and Bikeboard Mormon. That's who's joining us live in the chat. If you're not here live in the chat, that means you must be watching on YouTube or listening on iTunes. And for that, I appreciate it. But for everyone here live, we have a very exciting show planned. I just woke up, a little bit hungover, but I'm not going to let the alcohol decide my fate. Yeah, the alcohol's in control now, Randy. Let's start with Las Vegas news. Golden Knights lost last night. So we are not Stanley Cup winners, unfortunately. But we lost to a better team. The better team won. My girlfriend last night, she's like, I thought you were going to be mad all day. And I was like, I'm not going to be mad. The fucking better team won. And that's all I got to say about that. I lost my money on the bets. But don't forget, in October, I bet that the Golden Knights would win the Western Conference. And they did. And I won $191. So why would I be mad? Who's going to be mad about something like that? Not me. Oh, no. Don't get mad. Get glad. Las Vegas news. Oh, this is not Las Vegas news, but it is big news. Celebrity chef Anthony Bourdain found dead in France at 61. Anthony Bourdain had a series of really cool shows about food and alcohol. He was a martial artist, jiu-jitsu, hi-ya! And a really interesting guy. And I've brought him up several times in the past because I like his show. He has a good voice, but also there's some shows, maybe it was like a Netflix show, or maybe it was something he did for YouTube, but there was one show where he's just always cursing. He's like, I don't give a fuck about this, I don't fucking care about that. And it's always like, it makes me feel like I can relate to people when on TV they're super like, oh, yes, sir. Oh, we're doing a food challenge. Oh, boy, this is a very delectable, hearty meal. And then, like, off camera, they're like, ah, fuck that shit, dude. Let's grab a beer, you fucking douchebag. And I feel like when shit like that happens, I'm like, oh, this guy, I can hang out with this guy. I could have a beer with this guy. I always wonder how Guy Fieri is in real life because he's always so hyped. Guy Fieri, to me, okay, no one believes me. To me, Guy Fieri is the food version of Andy Schrock. He's just on camera, just always hyped, like, oh, hey, today on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Die, we got a water bottle that's out of this world. It's gonna fucking blow your mind away. Then we're gonna have a meatball that's going overboard. And then we're gonna go have some soup that's super delicious. Next time on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Ah. You know, like, I always feel like that's Andy Schrock. Like, today, Warehouse Wednesday, you have to first jump on the flat bar. Then after that, you have to get wacky on the stairs. And then after that, Ryden's gonna fucking hit a baseball into your fucking balls. Right now, on Warehouse Wednesdays. Like, I feel like they're the exact same person. I've never seen them in the same place at two times. All right? Conspiracy? I think so. That'd be so funny if Andy Schrock fucking made his hair all like blonde or whatever, and then put on face paint and then became a juggalo and then just fucked off and quit making boring YouTube videos. Fuck Revive. I'm just kidding. Celebrity chef Anthony Bourdain found dead in France at 61. Anthony Bourdain, the celebrity chef and citizen of the world who inspired millions to share his delight in food and the bonds it created, was found dead in his hotel room Friday in France while working on his CNN series on culinary traditions. He was 61. CNN confirmed the death, saying that Bourdain was found unresponsive Friday morning by friend and chef Eric Rippert, and the company called the death a suicide. That's kind of crazy, right? This guy didn't seem depressed. I guess no one ever really does until something like this happens. But, it's very sad that this guy inspired, like the article said, he inspired so many people. And 61 is still pretty young to die, right? So he must have been struggling with something, and if any of you guys are struggling with depression or suicide or whatever, definitely try to get out there and find some help, find someone to talk to. Because I never met this guy, and it's saddening that that he's gone in these circumstances. But imagine if you were one of his close friends and maybe you didn't know, or a family member. Like, it's crazy. A prosecutor in eastern France said Bourdain apparently hanged himself in a luxury hotel in the ancient village of Kaisersberg on the Alsatian wine route. French media quoted Colmar prosecutor Christian de Roquigny de Fiel as saying, "At this stage, nothing suggests that another person was involved. However, investigators were verifying the circumstances of Bourdain's death." Yeah, really sad. I guess this guy also did jiu-jitsu, which is kind of cool, right? Hiya! Widely loved and rarely afraid to speak his mind, he mixed a coarseness and whimsical sense of adventureness. True to the rock and roll music he loved, Bourdain's Parts Unknown seemed like an odd choice for CNN when it started in 2013. Part travelogue, part history lesson, part love letter to exotic foods. Each trip was an adventure. There had been nothing quite like it on the Stade News Network, and it became an immediate hit. Yeah, it's just big news. I figured I enjoyed watching this guy, so we would at least mention him. Some of you guys may not know who the guy is, but he does a lot of voice acting, I think, too, for Food Network or maybe History Channel. I can't think of what it was. Really interesting guy. If you have not seen any of his shows, maybe check him out. So, now that the sad part's out of the way, let's talk about some happy news. Police. Father took gun to neighbors after 2-year-old shot in northeast Las Vegas. Yep. Look, when I tell somebody to shut the fuck up, I mean shut the fuck up. I don't care if you're 2 years old or if you're 61. God damn it. So we reported on this last week, and from what I remember, a 10-year-old somehow carried a gun into a house and shot a 2-year-old in the head. And I can only imagine that this is the same story with an update. A man said he was sleeping when his 2-year-old son was shot and killed. Michael Logan said, put the gun in a pillow and brought it. Okay, every goddamn fucking episode has some bullshit spelling mistake. Michael Logan said, put the gun in a pillow and brought it to a neighbor afterward, police said. Am I the only one who can't read that? Or please someone correct me. Michael Logan said, there's no parentheses if you're listening on iTunes. Michael Logan said, put the gun in a pillow and brought it to a neighbor afterwards, police said. What in the goddamn fuck is going on here? I'm not even going to try to figure out what they're saying. Las Vegas Metro Police arrested Logan in connection with the Wednesday shooting death of his son. Okay, now we talked about this. Where are the parents? Now we know where the parents were, sleeping. Okay, we got a bunch of kids in here playing with guns, and where's the parents? Asleep. That's right where they belong when 5 kids are hanging out. Your 2-year-old? You would think you might be somewhat involved in your 2-year-old's life, maybe, but nah, probably not. 26, Logan was arrested for owning and possessing. I was going to try to change the way that one wrote. Logan, 26, was arrested for owning possession of a firearm by a prohibited person, probably a felon, involuntary manslaughter, good, child abuse, good, and arrest for violating condition of parole. Why do these people have kids? Why did they choose to have kids? Do they get paid extra money by the government or something? Why is a felon with a gun on parole have a 2-year-old that he's not taking fucking care of? Why is that a thing? People, what's wrong with America? I don't know. I don't understand. Officers responded to the shooting at wherever it was, Nellis and LVB, at 11:52 a.m. What, on Wednesday? Why? Does this guy not have a fucking job? Just sleeping at 11:52 a.m. while his kids play with guns in the next room? While he's on parole? Jesus Christ. Ray Spencer said 5 boys, all under the age of 12, were playing in the back room of an apartment. Whenever 5 boys under the age of 12 are playing, it's impossible to sleep. Okay? This guy was passed out from drugs. No one can be asleep, ever, in a room with 12 boys. It can't be done. Or 12-year-old boys, 5 of them. It could be 1, it could be 5, it could be 12. No one can ever sleep. Unless he just, you know what I do with Koopa sometimes? When Koopa's being really annoying, I grab his little treat, his dog bone, and I throw it in the room, and I shut my door. That's probably what happened here. The guy fucking snorted a bunch of melatonin. The kids were being annoying. He's like, oh, fuck, how do I get these kids to be quiet? I'm gonna grab my illegal gun, throw it in the room, and go to sleep. Fucking, dude, what the fuck is going on with these people? A 10-year-old boy who appeared to be the one who brought the gun shot the 2-year-old in the center of the forehead. According to Michael Logan's arrest report, he took his son to his paramedic neighbor's apartment to try and help. To try and help. Should that be to try to help? Or to try and help? Who? I don't care. The 2-year-old's brother said they lived with Logan along with their mother, sister, and uncle. He said someone opened the door and shot his brother twice with a BB gun, and that his dad had bought a white gun from friends, according to the arrest report. Logan's girlfriend told police that 3 boys came to the apartment to play with her sons. She went into the kitchen to cook, then heard a gunshot go off. She found her younger son shot and took him outside the apartment to wait for medical help. I thought he went to the neighbors to try and help. What the fuck is going on? She said Logan wasn't inside when the shooting happened. I thought he was sleeping. What? Who? Number 1, who's writing this article? Number 2, what the goddamn fuck is going on? Send everybody to jail. Take the whole fucking house and throw away the fucking key. And whoever wrote this article, them too. You're out of here. Logan's arrest report also said his girlfriend admitted a few days before that she saw Logan had a gun laying around and told him he needed to hide it. She later changed her story and said she was in apartment with Logan and their 2 sons before the gun went off. She later said she was in apartment with Logan. A caveman wrote this. I was in apartment and gun go off. Boom. She was shown a picture of the gun and said it looked like... She was shown a picture of a gun and said it looked like same one she told Logan to get rid of days before. Jesus motherfucking Christ. How many fucked up spelling mistakes do you get? You know what? They must get paid more for spelling mistakes. This is making me upset because someone's getting paid to write this fucking article and I'm not getting paid right now. I gotta try to read it. I should be getting paid to try to read this fucking garbage. Someone got paid to write this. Someone, look at me. Fucking, news article. Hey, pay me. News 5, Fox 5 Vegas. Jesus fucking Christ. You could, if I wrote this shit in high school, they'd throw me out of the classroom. I'd get a fucking C. And no money. Oh my God, back to the article. I got a hangover. Now I got to try to fucking read a language I'm not familiar with. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. The paramedic neighbor said Gotti. Logan. Oh, good, a gang name. Okay, his gang name is Gotti. The paramedic neighbor said Gotti, parentheses Logan, came to the door, said his son was shot and needed help. Okay, anyone knocks on my door and they hand me a 2-year-old that's been shot in the fucking head, I'm pulling my gun out, because that's really fucking suspicious. The neighbor went to the scene and found the boy with a gunshot wound to the head. Tried to apply CPR, but said he knew the child was dead. The neighbor said a man brought the gun to the home in a pillow, okay? Police found a black SAR Arms handgun with 12 rounds and 1 expended round in its chamber that looked jammed. Okay. Failure to eject, probably. That means it's a shitty gun. That means it's a really shitty gun. Thank God it jammed, because who knows? That kid could have went on a fucking killing rampage. It would have been greater if the kid just fucking killed the dad. Didn't we have a story about that 2 weeks ago, too, where some fucking kid killed his dad? Maybe, you know what? That sounded like a sad story. But if it could have turned out like this, maybe it was good. Holy shit. Oh my God. The first to call 911 was from a man who said his son wasn't breathing and didn't know where they got a gun from. He said his 2-year-old son was shot in the head and thought he was dead. Ooh, damn, we're out here rhyming, man. Gotti should have been a rapper. The second 911 call was from a woman who said the baby oh my motherfucking God. Who writes these fucking articles? I'll read it for you guys. The second 911 call was from a woman who said the baby not doing well and needed an ambulance. She said her older son's friends were over there and playing with a gun and he picked it up and shot it. Oh my, how many ands are in this fucking sentence? She said her older son's friends were over there and playing with a gun and he picked it up and shot it. Holy fuck, I'm done with this article. I don't even care. Please, God, who wrote this? Who wrote this? Please, let there be a fucking... Written by Jennifer Hurtado. Jennifer Hurtado, please, God, please switch places with Anthony Bourdain, kill yourself, and give us back our inspirational fucking celebrity chef. Please. What in the... How? Next article. I'm not reading this shit no more. Oh my... Oh, I gotta hurry up and read the fucking author before I do anything. Written by Christian De Silva. Okay, there might not be so many fucking terrible spelling mistakes here. Police. Woman was shot in the head in downtown Las Vegas. I'm probably gonna go downtown tonight. Hopefully I don't get shot in the head. Good thing I'm not a woman. Las Vegas police said a woman was shot in the head downtown Las Vegas. What? Las Vegas police said a woman was shot in the head downtown Las Vegas on Tuesday afternoon. The woman was transferred to UMC Trauma in critical condition after being shot near Bonneville and Main Street about 4:30 p.m. Holy shit, that's the middle of the day. I would have imagined it would have been really late at night. Then again, if you're downtown at 4:30 p.m., it's probably not as popping as it would be at like 1 a.m. If you're going to shoot somebody in the head, maybe that's... I would say do it in the morning. I would say do it around 11 a.m. Nobody's downtown at 11 a.m. Roads were expected to be closed near the intersection. Oh, that means she probably got killed outside just walking around. That's crazy. Last time, I think I told you guys this. Maybe I didn't talk about it here, but I definitely talked about it on Twitch. I was downtown the other day, and I walked up to apparently what was a crime scene. I didn't know it was a crime scene. It was just a couple of cones, and the road was blocked off in the direction I needed to go. So I walked up, and I'm like, okay, I'm blocked in. What do I do here? And there's a cop sitting in his car doing nothing. He didn't even see me walk up. So maybe in his mind I snuck up on him. I walked up to him. He goes, what the fuck are you doing here? And I'm like, can you move this caution tape so I can drive out of here? And he goes like, can't you see this is a crime scene? And I'm like, no. He's like, you didn't see the cones? And in my head I'm thinking, there's cones everywhere. There's always cones everywhere in Las Vegas. Everything is always under construction. All the time. Especially downtown. There's a cone, literally, there's not one place in Las Vegas that you can stand and not see a cone somewhere within the distance. So he goes, you didn't see the cone? And I'm like, yeah, there's cones everywhere. And then he says like, he's like, you almost fucked up my whole crime scene. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? He's just being a complete asshole. And he's like, you didn't see the fucking bullet shell on the ground? I didn't fucking see it. Apparently there was a cone next to that too. So apparently cone is just code word for everything. Whenever there's a cone, run. Run away. Stop resisting. Yeah. Okay, so I guess I already told you guys that story. I forgot. I forget, guys. I don't know everything. Sometimes I forget. So, what I'm saying is, downtown is a place where you definitely can get shot. There's always shit going down over there. Just because, like, I want to say it's because of bums, but it's also because everyone's drunk, and it's also just because, I don't know, the surrounding area is kind of shitty. You know, a couple of gangs here, the barrio right next to it. All, like, the homeless people, all the homeless shelters are, like, right down the street on, like, Washington and Las Vegas Boulevard. So that's only a couple blocks away. So just, and probably, like, you know, if you had to group Las Vegas by mental problems, it would all just, it'd be a big red dot right over downtown. So, not surprising the woman was shot in the head. Last news story. Man pleads not guilty in Las Vegas mall terror case. I have not read the initial story, but I remember they shut down Maryland Parkway. It's a pretty busy area by the college, by UNLV. They shut down all the streets and put 1 million cops there, from what I heard. And it was because some guy apparently had an AK-47 in the mall. But let's read and find out, because I don't know all the details. Man pleads not guilty in Las Vegas mall terror case. A 25-year-old Las Vegas man has pleaded not guilty to a felony terrorism charge after he was accused of panicking shoppers by donning a mask and carrying a replica AK-47 assault rifle. It is an assault rifle, boys. Through busy indoor shopping mall. Oh, who wrote this? Who wrote this? Oh my, I know who it is. I already know who it is. Where's the fucking author? Oh, they were scared to put their fucking name on this one. Let me read that one again. He donned a mask and he was donning, I gotta start. Oh, this is all one big sentence. Well, I'll just start in the middle. He was accused of panicking shoppers by donning a mask and carrying a replica AK-47 assault rifle through busy indoor shopping mall. Not through the shopping mall. Not through a shopping mall. Just through busy shopping mall. Steve hungry. A judge on Thursday set a trial date for Emile, how do you say the name? Emile Hobson, who's being held on $300,000 bail at Clark County. Holy shit, that's... I don't know. I guess I would have to see what happened. They didn't really say what he did. I wonder how this is going to go, because you're allowed... I wouldn't recommend it, but you're allowed in Nevada to carry around a rifle or a gun if you want. So this is interesting, and it was a fake gun. But if they had to charge him with something, I guess terrorism would have to be the one. I can definitely see how a normal person would be, like uncomfortable when someone walks around with an AK while they're wearing a mask, especially in Las Vegas, right? Don't know if you guys remember the 58 people that were killed. Definitely not the place to try to fucking be funny about shit. So, although it's unfortunate, that's good for him. Go to fucking jail, hang out in jail, figure it out, dude. What a fucking weird story. Let's get to the normal topics. That was a pretty long section of news. I thought we weren't going to have very much to talk about, but turns out that there's always going to be a horrible fucking spelling mistake in every article that we've ever read ever on Stop Crying Poser. That being said, viewers and listeners, please go to school. Go to school, learn the alphabet. It starts with an A, ends with a Z, miscellaneous letters in between. That's how I fucking... That could be a whole song. Starts with an A, ends with a Z, miscellaneous letters in between. Jesus Christ. What the fuck is going on? Okay, we talked about Anthony Bourdain. Somebody on Instagram, and who is currently in the chat, asked me to discuss sponsorship requirements. How good should you be to get sponsored? I think if you're asking that question, you're not good enough. Give up. Okay, if you don't know, then you're up too early. You're thinking about it way before you should. But I've always used this example. Go to the skate park, look left, and then look right. And if you're not better than 95% of the people there, then you're probably not going to make it. That being said, sponsorship is not always based off skill. I did a video not long ago starring Gabe Cruz where I talked about Gabe Cruz being sponsored because he's a draw, because he's valuable. If you put Gabe Cruz's face on a t-shirt, it will sell way more than a much more talented skateboarder. Now, in skateboarding, a lot of people do this weird thing like, oh, he doesn't deserve to be sponsored. He shouldn't be on the team or whatever. I'm not sure at what point skateboarders all got brainwashed into believing that, like, when you're talking about skateboarding sponsorship, it means something totally different than, like, NASCAR sponsorship. It doesn't, okay? They're paying you to represent a product based on your ability to represent said product, right? You think everyone who fucking has a McDonald's logo on their car just only eats McDonald's? No, they probably hate McDonald's, especially if they're a fucking athlete. They're not going to be out eating fucking McDonald's. But that company is using that person as a billboard. That's what being sponsored is all about. At least that's what it's all about in every other sport. But skateboarders think that they're so goddamn special and so goddamn fancy that sponsorship has a different definition. And it's only based on how long you've been skateboarding and how you look. And, oh, you have to be friends with the team first. Oh, you have to start off getting sponsored by riding the wood first. Oh, no, because then they have to accept you. And it's all about team vibe. You can only get sponsored if the team really gets a good vibe with you. No. Okay, we've made being on the same team and being friends, we've intertwined that with what sponsorship actually means. That's why Gabe Cruz sells fucking t-shirts, because he's interesting. Not because he's a great skateboarder, and I don't think that's required. And it's weird to me that some people get, like, butthurt about it. They go, like, it's a lot of, like, being envious. A lot of people do this. They say, oh, he's sponsored, but he can't even pressure flip as good as me. I should be sponsored. And it's like this envy of, like, well, he gets something, why can't I get something? I'm kind of good. I'm almost as good. And again, I always say, how about you look at yourself in the mirror and just say, hey, hello there, self. How worthy am I? Like, that's really something you should ask yourself, right? Questioning yourself throughout your life. How worthy am I? Would I sponsor me? Do I have a lot of Instagram followers? Do I have a lot of people that would buy this product? Can I influence the world in some way to maybe make said fucking product, I don't know, more known? Probably not. Now, in skateboarding, a lot of people, if they lack the personality to promote a brand, they have to make up for it in being super skilled. Because they're going to be doing tricks on the skateboard. They're going to do a kickflip, skateboard goes upside down, bling, little fucking billboard goes up. The people see the billboard and they go, oh, Baker. I like Baker. That guy's good at skating. Cool. It's also part of this thing where it's like, or at least I used to say this as a kid, hey, that guy's really fucking good. To be that good, you probably need a really good skateboard. I want to get that skateboard. And, hey, sponsorship worked. I used to occasionally buy Element boards because I liked this guy, Colt Cannon. He did his job. I bought a skateboard with his name on it because he existed. All right? Just like a lot of people are going to buy Gabe Cruz merchandise because he exists. If Gabe Cruz was not existing, his t-shirt wouldn't fucking sell. I always use the example. Put your t-shirt, like put your face on a t-shirt and then put somebody else's shirt on a t-shirt. Who sells more? They win. Braxton says, can you get sponsored even if you don't enter in contests? Again, you guys kind of make this sponsorship thing, you guys look at it like it's super objective. And it's not always objective. I mean, it should be. In a perfect world, you know, every shop would sponsor the skateboarder that can best promote their shop. Or maybe the most skilled skateboarder. But at the same time, it's always kind of a gamble, right? I had a company, Cake Muscle. I had a team, and it was always sort of a gamble. And apparently I always gambled wrong because I could never keep a team member. Well, I mean, my requirements were so goddamn low. It was so easy to ride for Cake Muscle, and everyone who did it just failed miserably. I don't understand why. You guys want to know what my requirements were? Okay, let's talk about this. My requirements were have social media, okay, like be on social media. And once you're on the team, you have to give me 30 seconds of footage every month. 30 seconds? Holy shit, like street footage? No. 30 seconds? Holy shit, like only bangers? No. 30 fucking seconds. You know, like those videos I do daily. I get 30 seconds of fucking footage every single goddamn day. So I gave all my riders 1 month to complete that challenge. And everyone failed miserably. 30 seconds was apparently too much to ask. I guess maybe the boards weren't worth it. I'm not going to fucking skateboard for 30 seconds on this piece of shit Cake Muscle. I can only imagine what these guys are saying. I don't understand it. I felt like I was the easiest person to ever fucking ride for. Matt Hines. is in the chat. He actually also has a YouTube channel. It's so crazy. Some people can film 30 seconds in one line. Yeah, of course they can. No fucking shit. Go to your favorite skate park and fucking skate. The end. Your fucking 30 seconds is over. I can do it in one line. I'll do it. Next time I skate, if I think about it, I'll put the GoPro on my head. I'll film me walking out of my car with no warm-up whatsoever, and I'll get 30 fucking seconds of footage. And at the absolute most, it will take me 2 minutes, okay? Because I'll do a 30-second line, and then I'll go for that one banger. Just because I want to be a good team rider, I'll go for that one banger, kickflip back tail. Just something to wow the audience. And it'll probably take me a combined 2 minutes. 2 minutes of work for a free skateboard shipped directly to you. I ask for too much. Anyways, you guys look at it like it's super objective, and sometimes, you know, it's a gamble. Sometimes people just get sponsored. Sometimes the person who sucked the dick the best or whatever, who brown nosed the best, maybe they'll get sponsored. Maybe it comes down to who enters the contest the most. I don't know. I know here in Las Vegas we used to have a monthly contest. So if you were riding for a team, you were much more likely to get sponsored here in Las Vegas because we had, you know, nine tournaments a year. So it was almost every month. 9 tournaments, whatever. The whole thing was a tournament. 9 contests a year, and then the last one was like the finals. So if you got top 3 throughout the year, you could enter the finals, and it was like pretty big deal. I mean, no big deal. I got first in like 2006. No big deal. No big deal. So here, that would apply a lot more, entering contests, right? Because if you're riding for a skate shop, a lot of people who are going to these contests are going to buy skateboards, and if you're doing the best skateboarding tricks at the skateboard contest, they're going to look at the skateboard that's under your feet and maybe look into buying that one. So here, that applied a lot more, but it's a vague question, right? OG Mickey says, just be marketable and you'll be sponsored. Kind of, yeah, pretty much. A lot of that, too, there's a lot of, like, shade throwing, too, when people do this whole, you're only sponsored because you have a lot of Instagram followers. And my thing is like, yeah, bitch, get your fucking numbers up. Sorry I made it and you didn't. Like, what are you going to hate on? I mean, what's the point? I don't get it. It's like this weird sour grapes thing. I guarantee you, everyone who's ever talked shit about something like that, they would love, like, they would love to switch places, right? I don't know. Let me know your guys' thoughts in a comment below if you're watching this on YouTube. Also, if you're watching on iTunes, give us a rating, man. Give us 5 stars. Say Steve is the funniest guy ever, always talks about great current events, very insightful in skateboarding, etc., etc., etc. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on the sponsorship thing, because it always ruffles the feathers of the unsponsored. Me, for example, I've always been able to get free products for a long time. And not necessarily because I'm good at skateboarding. Part of it's because I'm a good person. I'm a cool person. I have connections everywhere. I get tattoos for half price. Why? Not because I'm so marketable, but because I'm friendly and I'm nice to my friends. And whenever they need a favor, I try to help them out. So that's part of it too. Be a friendly person. But just be a good person, guys. Just be like Anthony Bourdain. Dreamskate says, I gave away 75 decks last year, and the majority of them were not appreciated. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. I don't know. OG Mickey says, I have a friend who has the skills to be sponsored easily, but he just don't care. Yeah, I mean, there's probably a lot of people like that. There's probably a lot of insanely great skateboarders that have no fucking personality, and that's fine, because they can rely on their skills. Everyone else can rely on their shit. You know what I mean? Bam Margera had the best-selling, I think, skateboard and shoe for like 2 or 3 years straight. Right? If you go by skill, he wasn't even in the top 1,000. He wasn't even in the top 1,000 pros or AMs or people. He was in the bottom 1,000 type shit, right? And you think people didn't want to sponsor him? Fuck no. He was goddamn probably millionaire at that time because he was on TV, he was likable, people liked his show, he was funny, made you laugh, beat up his dad, peed on his friends, and it just made you want to buy a skateboard that said BAM on it and some shoes that say BAM. No one fucking bitched about that. But then again, that was a different time. That was a different place. People weren't as big of pussies back then as they are now. So I've been gambling a lot lately, and I've gambled about $80 this week, and it's not even barely Friday. Like, it's not even Friday night. Usually on Friday night, I'll gamble $40, and that'll be my $40 for the week. But last night I gambled $15. The night before that I gambled $40. Probably a couple nights before that I gambled more money. I've been losing money on Golden Knights. And here's the thing. This is how stupid I am. Okay? This is why I'm a dumbass. This is probably why I am actually legitimately a degenerate gambler. I wanted to hit Keno. I was playing 8 spots and 9 spots because if I can hit 7 out of 8 or 8 out of 9, I'll win enough money to buy a SNES Classic, Super Nintendo Classic. The SNES Classic is like a little small, portable Super Nintendo. I think it keeps all the games on like a flash drive or a little SD card or something, so I can play all these crazy Kaizo Super Mario World games and these cool hacks and like impossible games. I can play all those from this one little thing. I can carry it to my friend's house and we can play. If I want to play like a cool Kaizo game or a Super Nintendo hacked game, they have to come all the way here and play it. Varial says a RetroPie. I have a RetroPie. There's lag, and that shit's annoying, and it's hard to fucking... You can't just plug in a random USB. You have to program each USB controller fucking button press by button press. I had 2 different controllers for my Raspberry Pi. One didn't have a driver's disc. I mean, using those Pis is really inconvenient unless you have everything that you need, right? Getting it, you got to plug in a keyboard. Mine only has 2 USB slots, so I have to plug in a keyboard, plug in a mouse, and that's it. No more USB slots. I have a HDMI out, which I'm fucked if I'm on a TV that doesn't have HDMI or if I'm trying to use a computer monitor. It's very inconvenient. The SNES Classic, oh no, that's convenient. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to use. Has no lag. So all I needed to do was win $80, and this whole week I've been trying to win $80 so I can get one. And in the process, guess what I've done? In the process, I've spent $80 trying to win $80. That's why I'm retarded. That's why I'm a dumb person. I don't deserve to live. Oh, man. So, trivia. Let's find a trivia question for you guys. Okay, I'll give you guys a really easy trivia question. Very easy, on the subject of Anthony Bourdain. Name 2 celebrity chefs with their own TV show. Name 2. We probably named 2 already today. Or just name 2 celebrity chefs. They don't even have to have their own TV show. First person to do that, who, if they live in America, gets a Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack free, delivered directly to their house, free of charge. Ninja Lifestyle stickers. Guy and Ramsey. That's it. He wins. Dookie Crusted wins. Guy Fieri, Gordon Ramsay. Although you did spell it wrong, you should lose. Dookie Crusted should lose. Find me on Facebook and tell me you won. And let's see. Negro Sandoval. Negro, you can win too. We'll have 2 winners this week. Just because last week you guys sucked balls at answering questions, this week we have 2 winners. Both of you guys, find me on Facebook, type in Ninja Lifestyle, send me a message, and let's do it. I think that's going to be it for today's episode. I appreciate everyone for being here. Varial, Reality, Dookie Crusted, Barax, Moobot, Negro Sandoval, Bike Board, Baraxton, and everyone who's lurking in the chat. OG Mickey. Don't worry, guys. I am going to still be online doing the post show where we hang out, relax. Maybe I'll bust open a Natty Daddy and drink a beer on stream. But for now, as far as the recorded portion of the show, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being here. I want to know your thoughts on people who can't fucking spell. And I also want to know your thoughts on gambling addiction. What should I do? How do I stop gambling? I don't fucking know. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube or iTunes, type hell yeah, so I know that you actually made it to the end of the podcast. Again, if you're watching on iTunes, please review this or whatever. Hit 5 stars. If you're having trouble finding a place to download this podcast, you can type in Stop Crying Poser on Google. It will take you to a website called Podbean. And you should be able to listen on Podbean if you're having trouble getting iTunes to work, or if you don't like the YouTube app. What else? Follow me on Instagram. Let me know your thoughts on sponsorship requirements. Rest in peace to Anthony Bourdain. Again, if you or a friend is having any type of issues with depression or suicide, talk to somebody, get help, Google it, help yourself and help them. You guys deserve it, especially if you're watching me. If you're watching me, you're a smart person already, and you're a cool person, and you deserve the world. Unless you're a troll. If you troll my YouTube channel, you should fucking kill yourself. Fucking kill yourself, god damn it. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, this week I learned Varial Flip 50-50. Tomorrow is Ninja Review. And trust me, I scream a lot in tomorrow's episode. On Mini Rap Monday, I did Kickflip Back Lip, and I did it perfectly. Or Kickflip Back Disaster. It's crazy. I never thought I would do it. You guys suggested me to do it several times, and every time I've said no, it's impossible. But I landed it yesterday, and you guys can see the process on Monday. Tuesday, I don't have a video yet, so you guys are just going to have to tune in. I will see you guys next time. Let's play that fucking intro! Gabe Cruz fucking sucks at skateboarding. Fuck you. Fuck Gabe Cruz.